Hiya everyone, today I'm going to be doing just an everyday look, just something really simple and quick. I'm going to just slap stuff on here, like completely just slap it all on. I've got some foundation and I'm using this. It's very nice actually under your foundation and it'll help, it just helps put your foundation on because my skin's really dry at the moment because it's freezing here during the day, and then on the night time, even though the heating's on, it goes so awful. Like, I have to open some windows because the radiators are just messed up. They're on weird timers. I don't know what's going on, but just put this all over. No special technique. Just slap it on. I've been dying to come on. It's upsetting knowing that when I do a video, I can't just stick it on YouTube straight away and say hello to you all. I've got to wait forever until BT decide we can get it uploaded. You know, it takes 10 hours. So I'm going to have to just upload everything at night when I'm asleep because otherwise the internet is just dead and it won't upload any faster. I wouldn't care, you know. There's a services just over the road with McDonald's Wi-Fi, your O2 Wi-Fi, BT Wi-Fi, everything, Costa Coffee and everything. And I'm only like 2 houses behind it, and I know they've got a lot of land and it's out the way a bit, but it's not that out the way. You'd think BT would get a grip. It's 2013. Everyone else is managing it. I love this foundation. Honestly, it's so creamy. It's very like this one. This one's actually called Neutral. Yeah, it is Neutral. And I love it. It's just not a lot, because sometimes, you know, I hate having too much colour into my face. Because then you've got to blend it in. And sometimes this just doesn't work, and especially if you're wearing light clothing. So it's nice to just go with what your natural tone is sometimes rather than add a bit. That's my thoughts of the day. Getting rid of our spots. Anyway, I've got a little bit of blemish. I know this is my foundation brush, but I do love it. And everybody that's bought them have said the same. I don't think I've ever seen a nasty comment about these brushes, because they just get everywhere you need them to. You can even do your eyelids before you put your base on. So I'm really chuffed with this brush. Oh, before I forget, the brushes. Right, the blending, tapered, flat eyeshadow and pencil have all sold out. And I'm thinking, I'm really took a lot of your comments on board about the synthetic. And I'm even wondering whether to buy them back in. I didn't expect them to sell out so fast, I must admit, or I would have them back in stock in place, but they're just, I don't know what happens, sometimes it goes crazy. But anyway, they've all gone. We've still got the large powder brush, foundation brush, angled liner and flat contour left. But I'm really thinking of just replacing all the eyeshadow brushes, the ones that have sold out, with synthetics for you, because I know a lot of you have been asking for them, and with it being all animal friendly, completely animal friendly and all that. Plus, synthetics are getting good now at putting your eyeshadow on and stuff like that, so I'm going to work on them. Whatever happens though, they'll be back soon, and I've got your emails and everything anyway, so I can easily send an email when everything's back in stock. And don't worry, you'll not get spammed. I absolutely hate spammers, so you'll never get spammed off me just because you bought something, so don't worry about that. But it's just to let you know that I'm working on it, and there's probably going to be synthetics coming back with the eyeshadow brushes, so, and some new ones which you've never seen before, so I'm really excited about that, so stay tuned. I'm going to use a little bit of this. It's paint. It's Mark's Baked Canvas. Now I usually use the Urban Decay primer portion, but today decided against it. So there we go, on your ring finger, gentle. I'm going to just pat that on. All I want is a light base. I'm not putting much on the eye at all, but this is just a look that I want to wear, because I don't want to look like I'm wearing nothing, and I want to look refreshed. I've got this really nice palette. It's by Collection 2000. It's a smoky eyes. Really nice colours. The perf is, it's actually good for the price of it. And I'm going to go in just with a little touch of that dark brown there. You know, they don't tell you what to do. I do on the back a little bit. You've got the steps, look. And then you just make your mind about the palette. And all I'm doing with this is I'm going to just put it across, just so that I've got a little bit of background for when I put my black liner on. Just a little way. I'm silly angle again. It's really hard for me to do my makeup at this angle. I hate it. But there you go. So it just gives an accent colour. So it looks nice and it doesn't look too much, and then when you put your black liner on, you've got a little bit of a background going on. Just showing you the shape I've got. I'm just going back over it with more of that brown just to make sure it's a little bit darker. And I've left no gaps, but that's pretty much what we've got so far. This pink here is one of the light shades in it. You can use it as a brow highlight, or stick it on the end of the brush there, you see. Tap off, don't want that much. And then I'm going to put this right in here. It's easier to look in the camera now because it's so far down that mirror. But I'm just leaving a little bit there, obviously not as much, but I'm going to blend that out. And that's going to keep the eye awake looking. Now for the liner. This here is really cheap, Bourjois liner. It's a clubbing liner, and funnily enough, it's one of my most go-to liners that I use, because it works. And sometimes when you don't pay so much, you don't get a great product, but it's very good. I'm very happy with it. And this is hard. I'm going to have to get my angle right. So I'm going to bring my mirror up, otherwise this is going to be a nightmare. So let's get our finger on my cheek. And just run it across best you can, close to the lash line so you've got no gaps. Pull it out, and then I'm going to leave it there for a minute while I sort myself out here, because the angle is horrible. I'm going to try and get a little bit more into that corner, just neatly up, nice and neat. This weighs a ton. Look at it. It's like an award. It's that heavy. But I'm going to have to try my best here. So I'm going to go from here and across and join it up. See? I've got this by Tarina Tarantino, and a little story about Tarina Tarantino. I had a seat next to her at one of the Sephora events in LA, because they have the seats at the front are all reserved with paper on, like a letter of the name. And so when we turned the name over, it was Tarina Tarantino. She wasn't there. So I was sat next to the seat she would have been in. Never met her. I met Kat Von D. I got a signature. She signed, I got a signed copy of a poster of her at one of the Sephora events. And I gave it to a friend, a good friend in LA, because I knew she was into Kat Von D at the time. I forget about all that. There was that much going on at the time. I met quite a lot of people. I loved LA. No, it was San Diego. I loved San Diego. Really lovely. Especially at night, because you could hear crickets and stuff. I think it was crickets. It was weird noises. And those little rabbits running around the complex. I just absolutely loved it. This is a pink pen. And it is like a highlighting pen. And you can see it's just highlighted the eyes, but not the way a white would. So it doesn't look like scary and like you're staring at somebody. You would not believe the amount of times I've got up to shut the dogs up. It's an absolute joke. So I'm going to have to... See, every time I want to do a video, there's always something going on. Finally, when I get some time and the dogs are in bed quiet for the dinner, that's the time I don't want to be doing a video. I know it sounds silly, but it's just the way it is. So there's just never a right time. It's just ridiculous. A little bit more on the eyes and we're done. I'm really loving this at the moment. I ran out of I had a really nice one, like a 3-ball mascara, and it dried up and gone, finished. Then I got using an Estee Lauder waterproof one. I cannot stand taking waterproof mascara off. It just wrecks your lashes. I don't like it. So this one isn't, and I'm really chuffed. It's step 2. That's like a bronzy gold, which is really nice, but obviously not for day wear. And then this is the one I use. Look at the brush on it. The brush, fibre brush. Cannot stand these plastic brush mascaras. I think they don't work very good. And there's an advert on the market right now where this woman puts the mascara on, and her eyes actually morph, computer generated morph open, and it looks hideous. I don't know who decided that would be a good thing to sell a mascara, but... Oh, and the Andrex toilet roll. Log into Facebook and tell whether you scrunch or fold. What's the world coming to? Let's put this on anyway. One coat first, then let it dry, and then I usually put my second coat on. But I really like the way that's worked on my lashes. They're not as long as they used to be, which is driving us mad. I'm really upset, but I kind of expect to have really lovely lashes when you do so many tutorials. Because I'm on my 500th video, and that's just the ones that come on YouTube. I do so many company videos where I do makeup as well. I did loads for The Guardian at one time, and then all the pictures for the actual magazine. And it all adds up, all this damage to your lashes and stuff. And no matter how easily and carefully you take it off, you end up losing a couple, you really do. Because they're not like glued in. Right, so there's my eyes done, and I'm really happy with them. This is probably how I would wear my makeup like on a daily basis if I wasn't doing videos all the time. And I was just in a hurry to go out, I'd probably do something similar to this. Not exact like this, but similar. I usually have like liner and a tiny bit of definition of colour, but really not a lot. I used to go mad, but I don't anymore because I'm 31. 31? When did that happen? Anywho, blush, bashful. Feel quite bashful today actually. Like I'm going to have to bash my eyes back into shape because they've changed. And this is Collection 2000, and again, cheaper brand, really nice stuff. You come across some really nice stuff, and it just depends. Here we go. Just depends on what you think's really good and what's not. I don't know. Sometimes you do get what you pay for though, and sometimes you really don't, because I've bought expensive stuff in the past and I've been so disgusted with it. I felt like complaining and everything. And I do that from now on. If I'm not happy about something, I'll complain. Because I'm fed up with these companies getting away with murder. They absolutely do. I'm using on my lips Tapestry. It's a Paula Dorf lip liner. And I really like Paula Dorf products, except they're a little bit mid-range price. And I don't think you can really, ideally, easily get them in the UK. I had to get all mine online and on eBay, I think. On eBay that I had them. This is ages ago. But love, I still use the eye stuff, eyebrow stuff. Really good. I'm going to put this on, and I'm just putting this on only. You might be looking thinking that's a little bit strong. It is. Then what I do after I've covered the whole lip with it, just take your ring finger and then just kind of blend it out. I think the advert for Galaxy is a little bit creepy. At first I just thought it was someone that looked like her, but then I read about it. And because she died in the 90s, it's quite creepy. You can tell there's something not right with them eyes when just looking. There's just something quite weird about them. That's just my thoughts. I've got quite a lot of thoughts actually, but most of the time I do keep them to myself. Because everyone just judges you so much, and you can't even say anything these days without someone taking it the wrong way, and I just can't be bothered. But I get so passionate about different things, I'd love to be able to just let rip properly, but not allowed. See, it's not as bad as it looks once you've blended it out a bit. There you go. Got something on there. It's dry skin. It's driving me mad. there we are. I'm really happy. This is my look. I'll be going out and about. I'm dying to go in the garden. I'm going to put my wellies on and tie my hair up because I can't stand people who are like working. They're working in filth and they're food cooking and all this, and they've got their hair hanging down, and you think, just tie it back and get it out your face, man. That drives me mad. I could totally grab someone's hair and just rip it off when I see that, and that sounds terrible, but that's how I am. So I'm going to tie my hair back, put my scrunchie up and up and up, get it out of my way, put my wellies on, put something warm on. I'm going to make myself an espresso, and then I'm going to go down to the bottom of the garden and do some fencing. Not fencing, like putting fence together. Well, actually, I lied. I like to watch the boyfriend do it. I just stand there like a plank, enjoying I love being out in the fresh air, you see. I love listening to the birds. I love looking through binoculars. I love people watching. I kind of get enough of it. And I'm loving One Born Every Minute, 24 Hours in A&E, 999, What's Your Emergency, all them type of programs. And you know why I like them? And I realise this about myself. I cannot stand watching people who are pretending to be real just because there's a camera there. That's bollocks. I don't like all that stuff. I like actual real stuff. You either tell the truth that it's a load of fake crap, or you just are the way you are. And in these hospitals, when the women are screaming because they're giving birth, and I think it's done so sensitively, like really, they're censored around the areas that are private, obviously, but it's done so sensitively, and there's just enough time on each couple or each person so that you get a feel for them and you like them, and then you watch them give birth. And I watch all the time, and I cry every single time that the baby first cries, because it's like birth. It's just beautiful. I think it's amazing. So yeah, I love watching things like that, but I really hate people who are so fake. I cannot stand fake. I feel like I can smell them a mile off. They make me blood boil. And once they've been fake with us, there's no going back. There's no being undone. They've black marked themselves. And TV is like that for me. I don't want to watch that. That's a load of crap. You're taking the mick out of the audience. It's all about the viewers. There's loads of shows like that these days. I can't stand them. And I'm finding myself shouting and talking away to the TV. And I'm going to get locked up soon, because honestly I walk around this house just talking away to myself because I get so passionate about things, and I have these things in my head that are exploding, like I'm dying to say. They never come out right when I really do try and say it. But anyway, I can't half go on. That's terrible. And this video is probably going to be like 25 minutes long, and you'll be like, and then some of you will be like, why have you edited it? We want to see the whole lot. I can't win. I don't know what to do for the best anymore. So I'm going to put a bit of both out, as I have been doing. But anyway, I really hope you enjoyed. I know it's nothing special, but it's something I wear outside, and I wear when I'm not going all fancy with the makeup and all the lucky dips. But there is a lucky dip coming up next, so stay tuned for that, because I know you do enjoy it. And thank you very much. I'm glad you do, because it is a challenge, and I don't enjoy them, because I do like to have a plan as where I'm going, and like an idea of what I want to do. So I'm going to keep doing the ones I want now and again as well. But I think the meat of the channel will be lucky dips, just showing you what you do with stuff you didn't even think you had, or you couldn't be bothered to use, or you didn't like. It's a way to use it before it goes off, because they don't have long. Right, see you on a bit. Zoom.